bully beans. Are you ready to hear what bully beans are? Okay, show me you're ready by shining. Sitting in your spot. Hands are in your lap. Eyes are on me. No noise. Lariah, just pick an empty seat, honey. All right. Eyes are here. Bobette was a big, bad bully. She made sure all the kids at my school knew that she was the boss. She'd tell all of us what to do, and we would do it. She'd tell all of us where to go, and we went there. She'd even tell us what to say, and we said it. Is that a good choice? No. Should you listen to what other people tell you to do? No. Or should you do what you know is right? You should use your own brain, right? If we didn't do what Bobette told us to do, she would look at us with her mean eyes, and we all knew what that meant. If you don't do exactly what I say, I'll twist you into a pretzel. And that's what she'd tell us. We all thought about what it would be like to be twisted into a human pretzel. And it scared us a lot. So we all ended up doing exactly what Bobette told us to do, and we let her be the boss. Bobette liked to pick on kids, especially Winston. Winston is the smartest kid in the whole school. Bobette made Winston do all of her homework. Bobette made Winston give her all of his lunch money. Bobette liked to make Winston cry. Is that being kind? No. And then she called him a crybaby after she made him cry. Bobette teased Winston every day. She said if he didn't do exactly what she told him to do, she would twist him into a pretzel. Nobody liked the way Bobette treated Winston, but we were all too afraid to do anything about it. Bobette didn't have any real friends, but she didn't know that. Nobody really liked Bobette, but we pretended to like her so she wouldn't show us her mean eyes. Last week, Bobette asked me to go over to her house after school. I didn't really want to go, but I went anyway. When we got to her house, her big brother Larry started bullying her. He told her what to do, and she did it. He told her where to go, and she went there. He even told her what to say, and she said it. Larry made Bobette cry, and then he called her a crybaby. He told her if she didn't do his homework for him, he would twist her into a pretzel. I don't ever have time to do my own homework, Bobette told me. That's why I make Winston do it for me. For the first time in my life, I started to feel a little bit sorry for Bobette. I started to understand why she was so mean to everybody, Lachlan. That night I went home and I told my mom all about Bobette. I told her how mean she is to all of us and how mean her brother Larry is to her. Sounds like you have a true blue bully on your hands, my mom said. I'll get out the bully beans. Bully beans? What are you talking about? My mom reached into our kitchen cupboard and pulled out a bag of jelly beans. She grabbed a magic marker and she wrote bully beans on the bag. Bully beans are magical jelly beans, and when you chew one up, it reminds you that you have the power to stop a bully. The beans in bully beans stands for bullies everywhere are now stopped. If you want to stop a bully, you have to take away their power. To do that, you have to work together. Never hang out on the playground by yourself. Always stay with a group of friends. Bobette may be able to bully one of you, but I bet she won't bully all of you together. When Bobette picks on Winston, where do you and your friends stand? Right next to Bobette, I said. Why is that? Asked my mom. We don't want her to use her mean eyes on us, I said. Well, next time, tell everyone to stand right next to Winston. Tell them to look Bobette right in the eyes. That sounds scary, I said. It won't be, said my mom, as long as you eat a bully bean before you do it. Another way to take away Bobette's power is to stay away from her. Bobette can't bully you if she can't communicate with you. If she tries to stare at you with her mean eyes, don't look at her. If she tries to come close to your group, ignore her, turn around, and walk away. What if that doesn't work? I asked. Tell everyone in your group to turn and face Bobette. Have them stand up straight and tall, look her right in the eyes, use a loud voice, and say, Back off. Can we all try that?
Back off.
Say it so loud the whole school can hear you. Try it again.
Back off.
That sounds scary, I said. It won't be, said my mom. As long as you eat a bully bean before you do it. What if she tries to twist me into a pretzel? I asked. Bobette may think she can twist you into a pretzel, but she knows she can't twist all of you. Chances are, if you are a group and you are loud enough, one of the teachers on the playground will hear you, and they will come to see what's going on. Why don't teachers stop kids who are bullying? I asked. Teachers do stop them when they see it. The problem is most bullies are very smart and they don't get caught. It's always a good idea to tell a teacher or a counselor when you see bullying. If you are too scared to tell them in person, write them a note and put it on their desk. Finally, she said, it is very important for you to remember, Bobette may be a bully on the outside, but on the inside, she's a kid just like you. If she ever decides to stop being a bully, give her a chance to become one of your friends. I couldn't believe the words I was hearing. Me and Bobette? Friends? Never. The next day, Christian, I went to school and passed out the bully beans to all of my friends. I talked to them about everything my mom had told me. We all agreed to give the bully beans a try. Just before the bell rang that morning, Bobette came straight for Winston. Give me my homework, Squirt, she demanded. Everyone chewed up a bully bean and swallowed it, and then we all got around Winston. Winston closed his eyes, and he swallowed his bully bean, and he said, no. What did you just say to me, she asked him. Winston looked up at Bobette's mean eyes, and he said, no! Do your own homework. Bobette couldn't believe her ears. Her mean eyes got bigger and meaner. And then they got bigger and meaner than I had ever seen them before. She was just about to grab Winston by his collar when our teacher came to the door and told us to come inside. During class that morning, Bobette tried glaring at Winston, but Winston refused to look at her. He just sat in his seat smiling and eating bully beans. I bet he ate 20 of them. When recess finally came, everyone ate another bully bean, and we headed for the door. Winston was the first one outside. Bobette tried to run right after Winston, but we got to him first, and we stood right next to him. Hey, Squirt, she said, get over here now. Winston popped another bully bean into his mouth, and he chewed it up. We all walked away, pretending not to hear Bobette. She chased him down, mean eyes and all. If you don't stop right now, I'm going to twist you into a pretzel, she said. We all stopped. We turned around. We stood up straight and tall. We stared right into Bobette's mean eyes. Back off, Bobette, I said with a very loud voice. We are sick and tired of you telling us where to go. We are sick and tired of you telling us what to do. We are sick and tired of you telling us what to say. We are sick and tired of your mean eyes and your human pretzel, and most of all, we are sick and tired of you. I couldn't believe what I was saying. The words were just pouring out of my mouth. Bobette took a step toward me. Back off, I screamed. Leave us alone. Our recess teacher heard me scream, and she came running over to us. Is everything okay? She asked. I looked Bobette right in the eyes, but this time, instead of having mean eyes, her eyes looked scared. Her face turned white. She was in shock. Everything is fine, I said. Bobette looked up to our teacher and nodded in agreement. Then she turned around slowly and she walked away. When I got home, I told my mom what happened at school. Bully beans really aren't magic, are they? I asked. Not exactly, said my mom. They're just regular old jelly beans that taste really good. Their only magic is that they helped you find the courage to stand up to Bobette. After that day, Bobette stopped telling us what to do. She stopped telling us where to go. She stopped telling us what to say. And she stopped looking at us with her mean eyes. And she has not said another word about twisting someone into a pretzel. Yesterday, Bobette hung around our group for the very first time. She was actually nice to everyone, even Winston. I don't think she'll ever become one of my best friends, but at least things are better than they used to be. Winston told Bobette all about the bully beans. He even gave her a few of them so she could try them out on her big brother Larry. She told him she would need more, probably about 20. The end.